Number 1. Colombia. Colombia is an amazing country to travel. What everyone loves about Colombia is that it has a little bit of everything from South America. You have both the Pacific and Atlantic coasts, the Amazon rainforest, and the start of the Andes mountain range. That's not even yet mentioning its two buzzing cities, Medellin and Bogota, or the warmth of Colombians and its vibrant culture. And the average cost is around $50 a day. Exchange rates between the Colombian peso and US dollars or euros are very favorable at the moment. Number 2. Romania. Romania is one of many hidden gems in Europe. The spectacular Transylvania region in particular defies expectations. With its cute medieval towns, ancient fortified churches, and spectacular Carpathian mountain range, it's actually one of my favorite destinations in Europe. You can easily get by on a backpacker budget of about $30 to $40 a day. If you're on a holiday, you can find stylish B&Bs starting at $30 per night. Even in a fancy restaurant in Brasov, it's pretty difficult to spend more than $25. Number 3. Mexico. Mexico is often associated with cheap beach resorts. With many tourists going to places such as Cancun, Cabo, or Tulum, well, these tourist price locations are only cheap if you compare them to, say, Miami or Hawaii. If you really want cheap, you have to go explore the rest of Mexico. The average cost to stay in Mexico is around $60 a day, which includes accommodation, feeding, and a bit more. Whether you're looking for a beach holiday or wanting to dive into the local culture, there is so much to discover in this huge country. One classic travel route runs from the buzzing Mexico City to Oaxaca and ending on the Yucatan Peninsula. If you're on a tight budget, check out Chiapas State. It's filled with jungles, waterfalls, and epic Mayan ruins, and travel costs are among the lowest. The Mexican peso continues to have a favorable exchange rate against Western currencies, making it quite the bargain at the moment. It's easy to get to for Americans. Number 4. Republic of Georgia. On the verge of being discovered as an international travel destination, Georgia is not just one of Europe's cheapest, but also among its most interesting destinations. In its eccentric capital, crumbling facades of traditional wooden Georgian houses stand next to the Soviet-era architecture and daring contemporary designs. From Tbilisi, you can explore the stunning Caucasian mountain range, take a dip in the Black Sea, or visit ancient hilltop monasteries, all over the country. Georgia is super cheap. In parts, it's even cheaper than in Southeast Asia. The average cost of staying in Georgia is a stunning $40 a day. Number 5. Thailand. Thailand remains one of the cheapest holiday destinations in the world. While the southern beaches have quite a few upscale resorts with higher prices, they represent great value if you are after some luxury on a budget. If you are more of a budget traveler, then you should know that the travel costs in Thailand get lower as you go inland. Make your way to the northern Chiang Mai region and you will be in budget travel heaven. There amid the rice fields, Buddhist temples, and hill tribes, you can find some of the best value accommodation anywhere. Whether you're looking for a backpacker dorm bed from $5 per day or a comfy hotel with swimming pool from $30 per day, it's no wonder that Chiang Mai is still the world's go-to place for nomads looking for a super low cost of living combined with high quality of life. On average, it costs less than $50 to stay in Thailand. Number 6. Cape Verde. Cape Verde is Africa's hidden gem. You may not have heard of the small archipelago off the coast of Africa, but it's such an incredible country to explore. Its location and climate make it an especially great winter escape for Europeans. The island of Sal is known for its inexpensive package holiday resorts, though if it's culture or nature that you're after, then it's truly all about the island of Santo Antão. The landscapes are just unbelievable. Cape Verde offers a great value for money. While also being safe and developed, you'll spend about $45 a day as a budget traveler, staying in B&Bs and eating local food. Number 7. Brazil. The world's 5th largest country is filled to the brim with amazing travel destinations, from the gobsmackingly huge waterfalls of Iguazu to seeing the Bay of Rio de Janeiro from top of the Sugarloaf Mountain, and on the colorful beach towns of Bahia Coast. Brazil is the whole world to explore, and that's just highlighting a tiny corner of it. Brazil has suffered turbulent political times and has had a bad time with the pandemic, though its borders are open and it's cheaper to travel there now than it has been in years, thanks to a highly favorable exchange rate. At the moment, you can stay in this amazing country for less than $70 a day. Number 8. Laos. You can think of Laos as Thailand, but without the mass tourism. It's sparsely populated, mountainous, and has nearly 70% forest coverage, and this makes it a paradise for outdoor activities like trekking, climbing, kayaking, zip lining, and hot air ballooning, all at extreme budget prices. Thanks to improved infrastructure, Laos has become more accessible, without losing its low-key rural vibe. If you want to escape the crowds and crave some authenticity, skip the Thai beaches and go to Laos. The average cost to stay in Laos is around $40 per day. Number 9. Vietnam. Vietnam is among the cheapest Asian countries and highly underrated. The famed Ha Long Bay is certainly impressive, but Vietnam is really at its best when you go just a little off the beaten track. Away from the crowded tourist sites, Vietnam has some of the most fun places in Southeast Asia. The northern province of Ha Giang is still as pure as it gets, and the limestone landscape at Tam Coc are not to miss. The town of Phong Nha is a fantastic adventure tourism hotspot, home to the world's largest cave. The costs in Vietnam are very low. Hotel rooms offer incredible value. As little as $10 will get you a clean, comfortable place to stay. In total, you'll spend less than $50 per day. Number 10. Indonesia. Most people associate Indonesia purely with Bali, a beautiful resort island, but the Indonesian archipelago is wider than the United States and offers a whole world to discover. Consider Bali's neighboring islands of Lombok and Java, the spectacular Komodo Islands and rural Flores, or go further into Sumatra, West Nusa Tenggara, or Sulawesi. From white sand beaches to jungles and savannas, and from blue flame-spewing volcanoes to remote rainforests where you can meet orangutans in the wild. Indonesia is a budget traveler's dream. The average cost of staying in Indonesia, mostly outside Bali, is around $50 per day. Number 11. Nepal. Nepal also happens to be one of the world's cheapest places for mountain trekking, whether guided or independent. These are routes throughout the Himalayas that are very well supported and have many tea houses where you can eat and sleep. All that said, the average cost of spending your vacation in Nepal is about $40 per day. Number 12. Philippines. The Philippines has some of the nicest beaches in Southeast Asia. With over 7,000 islands, the Philippines is a place to go if you want to chill on a picture-perfect beach. But besides having plenty of unspoiled coastline, it's also a culturally fascinating place. With its mix of Asian and Spanish or US colonial influences, incredible ancient rice terraces in the north, and amazing nature, the island of Palawan has become well known in recent years. The average cost is around $60 a day. Number 13. Cambodia. You have probably heard of Angkor Wat, a vast temple complex that was once the heart of the ancient Khmer Empire. The sprawling site is highly worth a visit, especially if you take the time to go beyond just the central temples. But there's more to Cambodia. Its islands remain pleasantly undeveloped for now, and towns like Kratie along the Mekong River will give you a true taste of Asia. The cost of staying in Cambodia is around $45 per day. Number 14. Bolivia. If you're looking for a 5-star luxury, then maybe you shouldn't go to Bolivia, as life there is simple and travel can be slow and a bit uncomfortable. But it's also South America's ultimate cheapest destination, where you can easily get by on about $20 a day. Not only that, Bolivia has some of the continent's most amazing sights, such as the world's highest lake, Titicaca, and the jaw-dropping and otherworldly salt flats of Salar de Uyuni. If you are an adventurous traveler and not so easily faced by its remoteness, then you might just want to put Bolivia at the top of your travel list. Not many airlines fly directly to Bolivia, but the country combines pretty well with Peru, where Lima has many international flight connections. On average, the cost of staying in Bolivia is less than $45 per day.